Both? Both? Hello, IELTS writers. Welcome to IELTS Juice. Let's start assessing an essay today. Before we begin, remember that if you wish to receive content like this, we regularly upload essay assessment, maybe letter or report assessments. You might want to consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the notification bell. And also, if you're struggling with IELTS writing, imagine how many other people are also struggling with IELTS writing around the world. By clicking on the like button, you will tell the algorithm that this content was helpful for you and this might be able to help someone else on this planet who is also trying to get his score, IELTS writing score, up. So anyway, without further ado, let's begin assessing this essay. The topic is rather short. It says, some people believe that technology has made man. This doesn't mean a man here. Man here means mankind, and it's an uncountable noun. So has made mankind more social, and others think that it has made him less social. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a discussion-led essay, which means that we have three main ideas to discuss. So let's see our camps. The first camp believes that technology has made people, some introverts, social. There is another camp that believes that no, quite the opposite. Technology actually made people very isolated, and the very focus is now on the individual modern person. And then the third part would be the writer's own opinion. I really like the challenge. Let's see how it goes. I'm really excited. There is a belief which says the usage of the usage of technology in daily lives has made people more social. Okay, the fact that I need "the" here is because technology is a generic term, but we are talking, this is already generic. We don't say "the technology." We're not going to address a specific or a particular part of technology. We are going to say technology as a generic, as a thing that we all know everywhere. But what we are going to talk about is the usage of technology. So now we are limiting the part of this generic concept to the part that we are just going to talk about the usage all the way down to into this essay. And that is a good practice. That is the way it should be, actually. So made us social. While now we are going to talk about the next group. If I were the writer, I would put a comma before while. While some think that technology has made people isolated and less social, which is also another way of saying isolated. It seems that technology has helped people to be more social. So, what I can feel, let me tell you guys two things. One, the first sentence in the introduction did a very good job of presenting us with the two camps. Now we totally know which camp we're talking about. So there are two camps. One believes technology has made us more social. The other believes that no, it has made us less social. Good. The second sentence says, it seems that technology has helped people to be more social. So I have a feeling this is the writer's opinion, but it's not clearly stated here. That might affect the coherence cohesion score. Not yet, but bear in mind, I would have preferred something like "I believe" instead of "it seems," like the writer himself or herself is in doubt. We don't want that. So it is clear to me that technology has helped people to be more social. Both? Both? Did we, I mean, has somebody clicked on the time machine? Did we go back to the early 5th and 7th century England? That is a very old spelling of both in Old English time. Why do we have it here? Is this an essay from early 7th century? Respect! But I think we should drop the E and pronounce it both and then move on. Both views will be discussed in the following paragraphs. To begin with, the growth of social media and the widespread usage of different applications such as Facebook have affected the way people make friends nowadays. I like it. I am not a fan of putting examples in the topic sentence, but in this case, it's okay. I'm not making an exception. I would have deleted it and I would have put this for the next sentence. I still don't like it. But in this sentence, it makes sense. They can easily find new friends with the same interests, because it's a countable noun, you can pluralize it, via social media networks. Okay. Or social media platforms. To illustrate this, wow, that's a good discourse marker. People can find new friends who have the same hobbies via the internet. For the media, we use the, like we say the newspaper, the radio, the internet, or the internet. And obviously, I need a comma here. This has caused people to have more friends and be more social. I am completely following the writer here. I know where I am. So we have instances like Facebook, social media, helping people be in touch with each other. Good. We're now talking about the first camp. Everything is clear to me. Furthermore, technology has eased, oh God, that's beautiful, has eased the process of communication since it enables people to simply keep in touch with their friends via the internet. Another the. Okay. People can send messages to their friends and family all over the world, all over the world. I need an L here, not all over the word or word. Using message-based, I need a hyphen here, applications like WhatsApp. For instance, without technology, I need a comma here. We can shift this comma all the way here because this is the subject of the sentence. So anything that comes before it can go under one comma. For instance, without technology, comma, people may not talk to their friends regularly, comma, because the subject now changes. Oh, the subject doesn't change. The sentence. Yeah, this one was a may not. It was a negative sentence. This one is a positive one. So comma, and they also can barely visit each other since they are all busy. Okay. With the help of technology, people have the chance to constantly talk and message their relatives. You message someone, you send an SMS. You send an SMS to someone or you message someone. You don't need a preposition. They're relatives and buddies. Oh, if you look up the word buddy in a reputable dictionary, you will see that it's an informal word. This is not a good fit for a formal essay. And imagine in the 7th century, you address His Highness the King of England at that time, or maybe the leader of Anglo-Saxons at that time. Like, hey, buddy, how are you? Yeah, you can basically write your will and kiss your wishes goodbye and just be prepared for execution. Anyway, this is not about that. Anyway, I'm just joking. So this is an informal word. Don't use it in your formal essays. And be active in their social lives. We're talking about people, you see, lives. However, so that was the first camp. I really liked the development for the first camp. And the first camp believed that technology actually helped people be more sociable. That's correct. Now let's move on to the other camp. And the other camp is now going to tell us technology has actually made people more isolated. Let's see. However, some have the idea that the widespread use of technology in daily lives, please, has made people isolated. It has because it refers to the usage, the widespread usage, this one actually. People often, oh, I like this topic sentence. Short, to the point, it acts as a gateway. It doesn't give me examples. It just asks me to read on, and I'm gonna read ahead and see what happens. People often prefer to spend their time on the internet and visit different websites such as YouTube. Yay! Instead of spending some quality time with their family. Oh gosh, guys, I hope I'm not keeping you away from your family by watching this YouTube channel. Just make sure you spend enough time with your family, and at the same time you need to, of course, prepare for the IELTS test. And I'm very happy that you have chosen IELTS Juice YouTube channel to help you prepare for the IELTS test. But by no means do I want any of you to just steal time from your family and sit here and watch these videos. Anyway, going back to the job that you actually want me to continue. For example, teenagers prefer to stay at their room, in their room. Why at their? They stay in their room. You usually go in the room. Why staying at the room and not getting inside? It's weird. In the room and spend time or their time on the internet using their smart devices instead of attending a family reunion. That's an example. So there was a family reunion and these teenagers decided to play games in their rooms and decided not to attend the party or ceremony. Thus, people used to speak with each other. I'm not sure why all of a sudden from this example we realize that thus, so I expect a result. So I was presented with a topic and then there was an example and we have thus, so I'm expecting a result. But all of a sudden we say people used to speak. It's like we went back to the 7th century again, and we're talking with Anglo-Saxons in England and Wales. I don't know. People used to speak with each other in public places. Yes, in the 7th century, people used to speak with each other in public places. Comma, but nowadays, another comma, with the presence of the internet everywhere, comma, they tend to use their smartphones because people have definitely more than one smartphone when they talk to each other, instead of starting a conversation with other people. Correct. That's correct. This has resolved. This has resulted in less, or this has results in. I have no idea whether this is present perfect or it's present simple, and this word is a verb or a noun. I don't know. I'm not confused because either way you will have the sentence. The message is there. It doesn't change the message. I am not at all confused, but I don't know the grammar to correct it. I don't know how to correct it. It has to be either this has resulted in or this has results in blah blah. Less social people in society. Okay. For instance, people who spend, so this is present simple, who spend evenings in a cozy cafe used to speak to each other about different things, but nowadays they prefer to use their smartphones instead. Okay, all right, good. I just don't get the time frame here. This part is related to my task response column, and I need to see when the development here needs a little bit more work. I really don't know when we say used to. Are we talking about 10 years ago or 1,300-400 years ago, back in the 7th century? I really don't know here. That part is missing. The use of used to here is the grammar. There is some knowledge behind it, but I don't see a very deep control over the message. It is just there without any error, which is good. There are no, I don't see errors, but it is not used in a very subtle and effective way. To sum up, many people, including me, I need a bracketing comma here, before and after this, comma before including and another comma after me. Many people, including me, think that technology has a direct impact on social lives of people, comma, and it has helped people. Technology has a direct, oh, this is present simple, this is present perfect. Okay, so I need a comma here before and it has helped people to use it for communication. For communication is better than for communicating, but that is still okay, it's a noun. Some have the idea that the usage of technology in everyday life has made people more isolated and less social. Okay, the conclusion is the repetition of the introduction. It doesn't give me anything more. You know, guys, one thing I really wanted to see? I wanted to see that there are elements here. Like, many people, including me, believe that technology has made people more sociable because now they can connect to each other easily, and all of them have devices, something like that. Whereas some other believe that these devices made people too reliant on technology. That's why people are less social. I was expecting to see some elements from the body paragraphs inside the conclusion, so that we have a complete conclusion, something that gives me the final line. 399 words. Yes. No, you're not in Walmart. It's not a shopping center. It's not $399. It's 399 words. And yes, look at this beautiful band descriptor. The issue, remember I had some issues with the connection between, one was about that thus and then used to. that was a problematic part for me. So the use of these connectors, especially thus, that was not always correct. That was, I believe that wasn't a correct use of that. It's not definitely a 9 in task response because of in the elements I needed to know why we keep referring to the past. I saw errors in vocabulary and grammar, but the errors did not affect my understanding. All in all, I really loved reading it. 7 is a well-deserved one. This essay was also in certain areas was very beautifully written. One last note, you saw that the writer 100% agreed with one group. When that happens, the writer doesn't have a separate opinion, so you don't need a separate paragraph to say your opinion because you 100% agree with one of the camps and you have already developed the agenda for that camp. That means, good, I need whatever I was supposed to say, it has already been said by another camp. So I just simply say that I fully agree with this camp 100%. That means I don't need an extra paragraph. And then you can wrap everything up. So you had both camps. The essay had 3 main ideas. Both camps were developed. Your opinion was developed with one of the camps. So you didn't really need to say anything extra because, again, everything you were supposed to say were repetitive. It has already been said. All in all, this is a very good representative of the writer. Make sure yours, guys, your essays, your letters, your reports are going to be the same and they are going to do a magnificent job like this. I wish you a lovely day ahead.